Welcome back, Metalheads, to Friday 30th YouTube channel. Today we've got a fantastic review for you. This is an English band called Tailgunner, who have just released their debut album on Fireflash Records. The album is entitled Guns for Hire. This is a great album by a great English band. Check it out, Metalheads. Now, the band was formed back in 2018 from the UK. They're a brilliant band, full of energy, young musicians. They've got a lot to say, and this debut album is a fantastic release. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the band's lineup. Now, this band will consist of vocalist Craig Harms, Patrick van der Voldering on guitars, we'd have Zach Salverin on guitars, Thomas Hewson on bass guitar, and drummer Sam Cladwell. Now, according to the band's biography, they are influenced and inspired by such bands as Halloween, Iron Maiden, Megadeth, King Diamond, and Judas Priest. Let's see if the music compares to the actual inspirations. Now, the album was mixed and mastered by Enforcer's member Ulf Wickstrand. Now, you can see the similarities, and I can see why Ulf decided to produce and master this album. And it's a brilliant album, like I said. It's got a lot of energy. There are young guys from the UK, and I'm sure this band are going to go a long way in the future. And so we have 10 songs on this album. So I'm going to tell you what the song titles are before we talk about what I think the music sounds like. So the songs are Shadows of War, Guns for Hire, White Death, Revolution Screams, Futures Lost, New Horizons, Warhead, Crash Dive, Blood for Blood, and the last song is called Rebirth. Now, some of you guys also may have seen this band quite recently in the UK supporting KK's Priest along with Paul Di'Anno. Now, the first song is called Shadows of War. This kind of reminds me of early Iron Maiden, maybe a little bit of Paul Di'Anno era, or maybe very early Bruce. Also has some lyrical content of early Manowar. Not saying that the music sounds like Manowar, but you get the vibe of the Iron Maiden and probably some of the lyrics related to Manowar's early material. It's also good to know that this song also has a little hint of Celtic vibe to it. So if you like a Celtic vibe in your heavy metal music, then this is a great opening song for you. It's called Shadows of War. Next song is the title track of the album, Guns for Hire. This is more like Halloween meets Judas Priest. It's very heavy in places, very powerful. Kind of reminds me a little bit of speed metal from the early days. Maybe a little bit of a band called Iron Angel from Germany, or even Running Wild. And as I listen to this song, as they are young musicians, they also remind me of a Canadian band called Striker. They're another fantastic band. Maybe also Enforcer or Cauldron. Next song is called White Death. This reminds me of a band called Purgatory from the US who recorded an album called Tied to the Tracks. Very similar style in music and vocals. Also reminds me a little bit of Halloween and early King Diamond, just for the music. Some great guitar playing on here by Patrick and Zach. Also the rhythm section by Thomas and Sam. As for Craig's vocals, they really do suit this song very well. So the song is called White Death. Check this one out, Metalheads. It's a fast song, it's brutal, and it's got some fantastic playing. Next song is called Revolution Screams. This kind of could be compared to either early Saxon or maybe even early Judas Priest. Now, the next song is called Revolution Scream. This kind of reminds me of early Iron Maiden, especially the Paul Di'Anno era. Maybe also an old English band called Savage who released an album called Breaking Loose. Next song is called Futures Lost. This is definitely his Iron Maiden, especially at the early ages of Bruce Dickinson's vocals, especially like Number of the Beast album. But it also reminds me of Canadian band, like I explained before, Striker. So the Iron Maiden and the Striker band mixed together, you've got a fantastic song, and it's called Futures Lost. Next song is called New Horizons. This kind of reminds me of a US speed metal, power metal band called Savage Grace. So if you've got the early Savage Grace albums, this is one that you're really going to enjoy listening to. So it's called New Horizons. It's very melodic. It's very Iron Maiden-ish in places, but it reminds me more of Savage Grace. Check this one out, Metalheads. So all in all, I'm going to give this album 4 out of 5. For a debut album, it's really, really good, and especially because they're an English band as well. Much love and respect to these guys. The album's called Guns for Hire. It's released on Fireflash Records on the 14th of July, 2023. Share this interview, please, folks, and please leave comments. I'm going to leave you a link so you can check out a song from this album. Thanks for watching. Stay metal, Metalheads.